Shiva Ganesh from Delaware. Go ahead, Shiva.
Yeah. I'm Shiva. We're working on a product called Raido. So a lot of regulation heavy industry companies like healthcare, law firms, and education are hesitant to adopt AI for the reasons being data leak, being compliant, and for various reasons, like majorly being compliance being one of the main reasons. So we built a platform which can keep them safe with AI adoption by doing a real-time protection, real-time redaction. That's the concept we have came up with. Can you go to the next slide? Yeah. The major problem, what we have found is we have interviewed around 200 odd CISOs, CTOs, and CEOs of healthcare organizations across US and UK and Middle East. We have found a decent number of like 70% of the audience or interview people were not ready to adopt AI or even encourage any Gen AI application or any AI agentic framework into their organization for the reasons being it's a complete black box. They don't know once they open ChatGPT or Cloud AI to their employees, they don't know have a visibility what is getting shared, what data leaks are happening, how much usage is happening, anything except the bill that gets generated every month, like total number of tokens or something. That is the actual problem we want to solve. We want to give a complete visibility of interactions between the team and AI. Also, we are providing a real-time protection between user and an AI with a real-time redaction, data flagging, and even doing a kill switch when any Gen AI or LLM goes into an hallucination or bias or any unintended behavior. Yeah, can you go to the next?
What is
Mhm.
What is your background, Shiva?
I have been fractional CTO for many startups.
But you don't have
So
background
basically,
in healthcare. This is something that you're going
no.
into.
I was a principal architect for MedPlus. MedPlus is
So
India's second largest. Yeah. I have 16 years of experience, out of which 9 to 10 years are into healthcare in one way or the other.
Okay, great. That's what I wanted to know. Okay.
Yeah. So our market analysis is more on there is an opportunity that is growing in most of the Indian and Southeast Asian countries as well as in the UK. The reason for Indian and Southeast Asian growth is because of heavy growth of health tourism. Um, the need of HIPAA and the need of hospitals and health organizations to be compliant is becoming heavy high. And same in the UK and Europe, the Europe AI Act is making every company that is working for the European audience or European companies has to be too much of compliant and it has to have an explainable AI. So both the countries are lagging a platform or a complete invisibility when they are adopting to AI or Gen AI applications. So that's the segment what we are focusing on basically. And we are kind of gaslighting both sides, the AI consumers, like the enterprises, SMBs, and healthcare organizations, majorly focused on regulated industries, and also AI agent builders, like a lot of startups, every third startup from YC list or any founder, whomever generating is building an AI agent for one or the other purpose. They too do not have any standard for observability and continuous monitoring because everyone is building an AI agent either on top of as a wrapper for ChatGPT or their own LLM. If they are using any public LLMs like ChatGPT or Cloud AI, they don't have a control or a visibility layer of what data is actually getting shared, like any PI information or anything. If they are using LLM on their own built trained models, it is not getting monitored whether it is getting into any hallucination or something. So we are providing a complete solution where it gives you a complete visibility of what's the usage looks like, and whenever there is a PII or any sensitive information is getting leaked, it stops, and there is a complete regulation in the AI data usage. For Gen AI applications or AI agents, there is a continuous monitoring stating whether this AI agent and this LLM is keeping up to the standard and not getting into unnecessary modes like hallucinations or biases or anything. Yeah.
And where are you doing this from, Shiva?
Currently, I'm in India. We are moving to Singapore for the Antler cohort. This company is in from Delaware. I'll be back probably next year.
Where are you going to be based when you're back in the US? You're going to be back based in Delaware?
Hopefully in Bay Area. I'm
In the
getting
Bay
family
Area.
this time, so yeah.
I see. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Currently we have three paying customers. We are at 65K ARR, K ARR. We are just 4 months old, and we built it and sold it, demonstrated, and we are running pilots in 17 enterprises. Nine of them are 500 bed plus hospitals in India, Image
Okay.
Hospital, Omega Hospitals, and everything. We are running pilot because we have to be SOC 2 and HIPAA compliant. We are yet to be there. So that's the case. We have local partnerships with EHR implementers and HIPAA advocates who are also promoting our product to healthcare organizations like a add-on or a safety tool, like a antivirus or a firewall for their organizations to
Yeah.
protect AI misuse and everything. Yeah, this is more of a acquisition strategy. Can you go to the next slide? Yeah. This is the validation.
Sorry, you want to spend time on this one or go to the next one?
No. I think I'm just trying to explain. I think if you got a picture, I think we can go to the next slide.
Yeah, I
Yes, please.
understand where you're going. Okay.
Yeah.
And how are you funded? Is it self-funded so far?
Yeah, it's completely self-funded.
Good. Okay. All right. So the three accounts that you have closed, where are they location-wise?
Two of them from US. One is from India.
And how long has been the sales cycle there?
Um, we piloted it for 15 days, and then we took time to do the setup because that's our first installations. So
Yeah.
within 1 month, we are able to close the deal.
That's not a long sales cycle. That's a very, very fast sales cycle for enterprises.
Yeah, because we kind of, played like regular updates, like how much it is getting protected real time. So whenever someone types something into the chat GPT, we redact it and we immediately send a notification to them. Like it's a small teams, like 50-member team or 60-member team. So we immediately send notifications like this person has shared some patient information. This person has shared some
I
image
see.
which has
So
SSN information.
the customers that you've been able to close so far are relatively small companies.
Relatively, they are small companies, yes,
Small
but
companies.
the
Okay. All
ticket
right.
size
That's
are,
fine.
yeah.
That's fine. You just need to get people start to use it so that you can prove value and get the product going. That's fine. And you said you talked to 200 CTOs and CIOs and so on, and CISOs in different healthcare organizations in the US, in the UK, Middle East, and so forth. Are they all starting to evaluate the product now?
So the thing is, we have trained a model, or we have a very specific purpose model which identifies PI and redacted. So if we have to test it, we are not going to store the data. We are not going to run the models. We deploy it in their cloud environment itself so that we don't even have any visibility of the data. So that's the
Mm-hmm.
best practice what we want to maintain. So we have converted them into batches, like who showed more interest. We have took them as a 20 first and then 20. We are a small team of 7 members. Me and
Mm-hmm.
my wife, my co-founder, basically, she's ex-Amazon. He's taking care of the operations and post nutrition, and we have a bunch of freshers with us who are really great in their work. So we have 20 selected for the first pilot, out of
Okay.
which we have converted three. The 17, the pilots are running super great. Everyone is getting real-time updates. They are doing action on their platform that we can evidently see. But that can't be converted because we don't have the SOC 2 and HIPAA certifications with us, which we have to get.
When are you going to get that?
Um, Probably we'll start processing by end of this month or something. It is going
So
to
when
cost us around $10,000 to $20,000. We have that money. That would be our runway. So we don't know whether we have to burn that or get the certification. So we're in a dilemma. That's the case actually.
So, so if you cannot convert these 17 customers into revenue without that certification, then you have to burn that money. There's no choice, right?
Yeah.
How much revenue
Actually, we
is
are
how
into.
much revenue is
Uh-huh.
gated by that certification?
Hopefully, it would be anywhere between 300K to 500K dollars USD.
Yeah, so spending 10,000 to get 300 to 500K, absolutely, you have to do it. You have no choice.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
what time
HIPAA is
frame do
going to
you think?
cost us. The problem is HIPAA is going to cost us a lot, not rather than a SOC 2. And it is going to take time. SOC 2 is going to take at least 6 months of time. HIPAA is going to take at least 3 months of time. We have already started the process, but the auditing process will start in next 2 months.
I see. So all this is gated. Now the 300,000 to 500,000 revenue is gated by these two certifications.
Yes.
So it's going to take you 6 months to bring in all this cash.
We have, so that's the, actually, let me ask my first question, to be honest with you. As this is a common problem across regulated industries, we are focusing on healthcare. And the first pilots, we have not really focused on healthcare. We just served every customer who ever showed interest and ready to pilot and ready to, pay some money to use the application. The regular VC textbook says pick up a use case, pick up an industry, pick up a region, and go and capture it to test it, validate it, and do this. So if we expand our ICP, stating that every regulated industry has an ICP, and if we reach that, we can open up to much more customers and we can bring in more sales immediately, like maybe 100K within next 2 months without SOC 2 or HIPAA regulations, because SOC 2 and HIPAA is more needed for companies who are handling the data. We are not handling the data. So few people agreed, yeah, you're not handling the data, you're just providing your service in a cloud. We are
Yeah.
owning everything. Such companies we can get it, but they don't fall under the VC textbook ICP, like healthcare, SMB, or hospitals or something. So that's the first question, ma'am.
So
What
here's
should
one.
be our ICP?
I have a question in that context that will help us understand answer this question. Are you doing paid pilots or are these free pilots?
The pilots are free. It's
Is
not
there
paid.
a possibility that you can convert them into paid pilots?
Um, Sure, we can not all of them, but definitely few of them we can convert it. The rest of them we can get an MOU or a LOI kind of thing.
No, what you need is cash. That's why I'm
Yeah.
saying that, for example, if you talk to Bharat, whom you just heard his pitch, right? Because they're a bootstrap company, they didn't do any free pilots. They only did paid pilots. And the value was there. You already have 3 customers that are paying you. So there is some evidence, there is reference customer, there's some evidence that it's working. So so you could turn your, and you have 200, a pipeline of 200. If you could convert that entire pipeline into paid pilots, that will give you the bridge money with which you can do all your certification, and then you can charge the full amounts once the certifications are done. That's one way to bridge this.
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree with you, but I'm little not so confident to
Confident.
take all the load onto us, because we are not that much strong. We are already supporting the existing customers. We are running the pilots and we are updating the product. We are just 4 months old. So the kind of load by taking 20 more or 30 more customers is kind of too
But
much
you
heavy
do
for us.
have
Either we
17,
have.
you do have 17 pilots underway.
Yeah,
So
that we built for last 4 months. Probably it will take 1 month. I mean, to be honest with you, uh, I'm just finding reasons to not do that because of some fear on myself, like handling that much data without any backing. That's one thing.
what
Otherwise, I
about those
think
17? Do you feel confident taking those 17?
those 17 are the ones who had said we have to have the SOC 2 or HIPAA. But apart from the 17, we can pick up another 5 and we can say that we can see they can do a paid pilots, not
Yeah.
D17, of course, because they are
Yeah, so
using
I
it
would,
for
what
almost
I
2
would
months.
do is sort the 200 and find those who are willing to do paid pilots without SOC or HIPAA, and get that, use that, figure out what that's, what are the numbers on that, and I would use that to kind of generate some of your seed cash and validation as well, because if it's a serious pain point, there's obviously interest from these customers to do this. And it sounds like you have got serious interest from customers.
Yeah, we will do that. Definitely. That's, I
Then
mean,
let me answer your second question: is it okay to expand your ICP? Now, what segment were you thinking of expanding the ICP to that doesn't require HIPAA or SOC?
law firms, every law firm is regulated, and there is a data leaks that are happening left and right. They all are using ChatGPT and Cloud A, like public LLMs
Yeah.
and different Gen AI applications to write depositions, letters, and all that stuff,
Yeah.
where they are not redacting any PII information.
Have you talked to them?
Yes.
So you have interest from some.
Yes. I
How
have
much are they
interest
willing
from
to pay?
a minimum of at least $10,000 per month.
$10,000 per month. And how many of these leads do you have if you were to go ahead with it?
I would say at least I have two who are damn sure that can be converted within next a month or two.
Okay. All right. So as far as I'm concerned, you should go ahead. And the reason I think you should go ahead is because you have this situation which has to be bridged, which is you have to get HIPAA, you have to get SOC. There's no choice.
Got it.
And you're going to need the runway to get those things in place. And if catering to law firms gives you the cash with which to fund that work, there's no problem with taking those on. Okay. And it's even if you need to take 10 law firms to on just to get the cash, and customers cannot hurt, number one, and number two, yes, you want to do this regulated industry with SOC and HIPAA, and that's going to be your primary ICP. But I think it's a perfectly okay strategy if you need immediate cash to do law firms who don't need those certifications to generate money, and it's perfectly okay. As far as I'm concerned, it's perfectly okay. You're not going to VCs right now anyway, so I wouldn't. Don't go to VCs.
Going to VCs, but we are going to Antler cohort September, Singapore 1. That will start
Antler,
by end of September.
Look, yeah. Antler is going to ask you to not do this, most likely.
Yeah. Yes, that's the conflict.
I'm telling you, overrule that. Don't listen.
Got it.
That's my point. So Antler is going to give you some parroting of the VC playbook.
Yeah.
And 1 million by 1 million doesn't parrot the VC playbook. 1 million by 1 million is very pragmatic and very much focused on whatever it takes to be creative about bootstrapping and getting you to a place where you are really strong when you go into VCs. And I'm very sure, just listening to you, based on my assessment at the moment, I'm very sure that we can get you to a very, very strong position. But in the meantime, you have to bridge this gap, this cash gap.
Understood.
And you have already brought me the solution, a very creative solution of how to bridge that gap. Absolutely take it. Overrule Antler's feedback.
Got it.
Why are you going to Antler? You shouldn't go to Antler.
I have been the CTO. I am stepping into the CEO. So I'm a bit hesitant on few things. So Antler tag and name can open us some doors.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. How much? What is the equity situation?
They have a 125K for 10%. At 1.25 million valuation.
Deal. That's a terrible deal.
And then a follow-up of $1 million with the follow-up of $1 million at a 2:1 ratio.
a terrible deal. It's a terrible deal. Have you already committed?
No, not committed. Until we step
I wouldn't do
into
it.
Antler program on September 22nd, it won't
I
initiate.
wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do 10% equity for 125K is a very
Yeah.
bad deal. Whatever you
Yeah.
need to learn, we can teach you without taking any equity.
Got it.
So
Yeah,
I
I'll
really
be
would
joining
not.
the premium program sometime this week. So we have spent all the bootstrap money. We have the revenue from the customers, which we are using it for runway. And so, ma'am,
Let's use
I have
the
one
law
serious
firm runway. Let's use the
we
law
have one
firm
serious
runway and we
question.
can figure all this out.
Yeah,
Go
got
ahead.
it.
Go ahead.
Because of me being traction CTO, whenever I reach out to my ex employee network or ex company network or where I have worked for with the CEOs and CTOs, we have three requirements. One is the healthcare AI agents. Let it be voice AI agents or basically healthcare organizations or hospitals asking us to build custom LLMs to train on their own data. None of the public available LLMs are working on enterprise data. Every hospital has huge data. They want us to train the LLM and build some agents for them. That's one ask, and they have a pretty good confidence on me or a product because of the association what I have. And the CEOs, CTOs have asked us to build something like MCP, the Model Context Protocol for Cloud AI, because they all are SaaS companies. They want a easy way to become AI ready. So technically speaking, we have the capability to build it. I know where I'm being a toddler in terms of founder mentality, but I'm just asking the question open. We have the capacity of building this application perfectly, and we already have early adapters who are ready to use this application. So if I go in a conventional VC way, I have to focus on one product, one type of an ICP, one type of a region and do it. Whereas every day the mailbox, every day my WhatsApp is saying, build it, sell it, grow, forget about VC, forget about money and everything, but build products and capture the market. Because a jewelry shop called and he said, can you build me a AI voice agent which can make calls to my customers? And he's ready to pay 7 rupees, 10 rupees per call, where AI calls his own customer in India and records it. If I can do that, if I'm capable of doing it, we already have a product which exclusively built for that guy. If we make it as a product, let's say after 5 years or 10 years, we'll be recording at least 10 million Indian voices, dialects, accents stored in our database, which can be used for further research and all that. But if I go after VC, I can't do any of this, or at least the textbook VCs whom I am able to reach. So, my question to you is,
that is a question that you have to answer for yourself. Is that what kind of a business do you want to build? Do you want to build a VC business or do you want to build a bootstrap business? Bootstrap business allows you a lot more flexibility. VC business does not. VC business is you have to follow a particular playbook. We can guide you in both directions, whichever direction you want to go.
I'll join and I'll reach you out.
There are pros and cons, but there is. But at least I will resolve one thing for you right now is that do start selling to the law firms and bringing the cash in. You know, if it's a question of if they're paying you $10,000 a month for the same product effectively, minus the SOC and HIPAA, then get as many of those customers as you can handle, or get the cash to hire more to be able to handle more of them. And maybe the legal business becomes a substantial business for you in itself, in its own right. And do both businesses, both the healthcare and the legal. And then you heard Bharat's pitch, right? 80% or 85% of the companies are CPG, but he has other use cases. He has some finance companies, he has some other types of companies that are also, so basically if you're getting companies that want to pay for what you have currently without having to go build more stuff, that is a very good situation for a bootstrap company. You want to take that money, and it's not like you're building a different product. The legal one is an easy answer. The other question that you're asking is a more complicated question. That is a more serious decision. This decision is a very obvious answer to me. Is that,
Got
you know,
it.
this 125K that you want to take from Antler in exchange of 10% of equity, it's just 10 customers.
Exactly.
And it's actually not even
1
10
month.
customers. It's 10 customers in 1 month, and you have that money without parting with any equity. Why would you part with that kind of equity? That equity is precious. Okay.
Got it. Got it. Thank you.
So rest of it we're going to talk in the
Yeah,
premium
sure.
roundtables.